Hey everybody, welcome to part 14 of explaining and analyzing and observing all of the Pac-Man ghosts. Now, just like in real life, how you have to search high and low to find ghosts, the same thing could be said for the lore of Pac-Man. There are so many damn Pac-Man ghosts, and that's one of the coolest things about this video game series that makes it different from others, is that you can keep exploring and keep finding things that you never knew were there. No matter how many times you keep looking, there's always another ghost just around the corner, just like in real life. So anyway, let's get started. Number 1, Atari Mystery Ghost. This green mystery ghost comes from the Atari 2600 version of Ms. Pac-Man, released in 1983. In the game, all 4 of the regular color ghosts you expect are there in present. But if you look at the original commercial from 1983, there is a green ghost there that's not in the final game. And I don't know why. I can't really explain that. In the final game, of course, for the Atari, it's supposed to be Inky, the light blue ghost. But in the commercial, Inky is now green. And like I mentioned before in the previous video when I was talking about the Pac-Man Classic 7-Up commercial, there was a green 7-Up ghost in that commercial. The same thing I'll say there is what I'll say here. This can't be Funky, the green ghost, which is famous from Pac-Mania and other future Pac-Man installments. So this mystery green ghost is really just exclusive to the Ms. Pac-Man Atari commercial. I kind of wish that the Atari version of Ms. Pac-Man had this exclusive green ghost in there. That would have been really cool, and it would have made it more special. Like, there's a green ghost in Ms. Pac-Man on the Atari, but not in the original version. Plus, this would have added an extra new ghost to the Ms. Pac-Man game experience, and not just the same ones taken from the original Pac-Man to Ms. Pac-Man, with the exception of Clyde changing its name to Sue, of course. What is even weirder is that even before they zoom it in, and it's a special look for the commercial, the ghost is still green. Could it be that this is the beta of Ms. Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, and that in the original version, which they showed in the commercial, Inky was green? Could it be? And then in the final version, someone was like, hey, wait a minute, Inky's supposed to be light blue, not green. Could that be what happened? I think that's really cool. So if there was supposed to be a green ghost in the original Ms. Pac-Man Atari version, can we count this as an official Pac-Man ghost? Technically, we can, because it's a beta of Ms. Pac-Man. And if they released the game this way, then we would have gotten a brand new green ghost for the first time, before Funky. So, I don't know what to call this mystery green ghost. We'll call him the green 1983 mystery ghost. How about that? Number 2, Chef Ghost. This little purple chef ghost is from Pac-Man World. In one of the first cutscenes involving Pac-Man, when Pac-Man is all angry.
The batteries are crooked and the cake should be chocolate! You're gonna ruin my party!
Boss!
On his apron, it says Chomp the Cook. Not bad. It's a pretty neat little pun on Kiss the Cook. But at the same time, and I know it's not supposed to make sense, sure, it's Pac-Man, but it just really is weird. I mean, Pac-Man's the enemy of the ghosts, so why would a ghost who's being a chef wear something that says Chomp the Cook on it, you know? But anyway, well, whatever. I find this ghost amusing in the cutscene of Pac-Man World because he's trying so hard to be the damn cook for Pac-Man. And Pac-Man's being an abusive asshole, and it's like, it's just funny to me. He's doing dishes, he's cooking food, but hey, you know, that's the life of a Pac-Man ghost. They fly around, they work really hard, then they get eaten. That's how it goes in Pac-Man land. Or Pac-Man World, rather. Number 3, Igor. Igor is from the Pac-Man bootleg Ghost Muncher, and he's a red ghost that looks pretty similar to Blinky, I'd say. I just like the name Igor given to a ghost because it just reminds you of all the spooky imagery of Halloween, and ghosts are part of that. So Igor being the servant to Frankenstein or whatever, or Dracula from the old like monster folklore and Halloween stuff and movies and cartoons, TV shows. It's fitting to name a Pac-Man ghost Igor. It fits in with the spooky atmosphere of what the ghosts represent. Plus, a lot of fans like to debate whether in the original Pac-Man that they're supposed to be actual monsters and not ghosts. So, this being the case, calling one of the creatures that you could call a monster Igor is pretty fitting. It makes it even more perfect when you think of it in those terms. Igor probably has the spookiest name of all the Pac-Man ghosts, other than the ghost of Spooky. Anyway, moving on. Number 4, Court Jester Ghosts. These Court Jester Ghosts are from Pac-Man The Adventures in Time, and it is quite fitting, actually, the longer I contemplated about what to say about these Court Jester Ghosts, because the ghosts are kind of a joke in Pac-Man. They're easily defeated, at least most of them are, and unless you're Glovis or Spooky or one of the other really powerful ghosts, you know, the regular ghosts are kind of a joke, and they're these silly characters, you know, with the way they look. So in the realm of Pac-Man, like to Pac-Man, they are a joke. So for them to be court jesters is pretty perfect, actually. Number 5, Miguelito. Miguelito is a light blue ghost from a bootleg version of Ms. Pac-Man known as Club Lambada. Club Lambada is basically, for the most part, just Ms. Pac-Man, and it has a lot of really unique, cool names for the ghosts. For some reason, Miguelito's name stood out to me because I think it's the longest name ever given to a ghost, at least that I can recall. So it has that going for it. Plus, Miguelito is also the name of a Mexican candy that may have something to do with the inspiration for naming this ghost that. Possibly. Also, this Club Lambada Ms. Pac-Man bootleg game is from 1990, a bootleg Pac-Man ghost from the early 90s. That's pretty damn cool. This was during the golden age of the Pac-Man bootlegs, which really started in the mid-80s and going all the way to like the late 1990s. So we're right smack in the middle of the golden age of the Pac-Man bootlegs, and there's so many ghosts from this era. Pretty classic. I also really dig this whole theme of Ms. Pac-Man or whatever is like in some sort of club, and her going through the mazes is kind of like you being in a club and trying to find your door to leave, or, you know, dodging the people in the club and whatever when they're dancing around or doing something, being rowdy. It's a pretty funny and neat and relatable way to present a Pac-Man game, you know? Number 6, Monster. Monster is a ghost from Ultra Pac-Man. Yes, another Pac-Man bootleg, and it's from 1999, this game. So this game is basically, it was released during the Y2K scare, so it has a lot of really memorable ghost names. The name Monster is interesting. It's a little generic, but I think I understand why, because his nickname is 99. So this ghost is basically the 1999 ghost. I think it's called Monster because for the people who thought the world was going to end, who were terrified, 1999 was a scary year for those people who thought the world was going to end. And there was a lot of people that really did think that. 1999 was scary. It was a scary time for a lot of people. So 1999 felt like a monster. Like the end is nigh, do what you can now because you won't be able to do anything else because the world's going to end. Ah! Anyway, we're still here, but the design of Monster is awesome. I mean, a white ghost with yellow and like violet eyes. How awesome is that? We don't usually see the eyes change for the Pac-Man ghost. Traditionally, it's usually white and black or white and blue, but this time it's yellow and violet eyes. And it's like it's a different kind of eyes and different color for a monster or a ghost. And again, if you're an old school Pac-Man fan who reads up on the lore and you think that the ghosts are actually monsters still, if you want to die on that hill, here you go. This name of this ghost or creature or whatever, it is Monster. So Monster has one of the best designs of all the Pac-Man ghosts. Right up there with Casper from Ghost Muncher Uniwars. Pretty damn cool. And if you're interested in the other ghosts from Ultra Pac-Man, I talk about each one of them in my other reviews. And number 7, Dinosaur Ghosts. This one I'm not 100% on, but I theorize that these dinosaurs in Pac-Man The Adventures in Time, could they possibly be dinosaur ghosts? Or are they pack dinosaurs? Because the art for the dinosaur on the cover and the promotional artwork, it has the face of a pack face as a dinosaur. So are they more a pack dinosaur and not a ghost, a Pac-Man ghost dinosaur? Yet in the gameplay, they are enemies that are attacking Pac-Man as dinosaurs. So because of this, can we assume that they are in fact ghost dinosaurs? Because why would a pack attack another pack? You know what I'm saying? Kind of contradictory, the box art and the gameplay art design. So I'll leave this one up to the fans. I like to think that they're maybe a combination of like both of these ideas. Then again, you could also say, well, aren't they just regular dinosaurs, and the way you would see them in Pac-Man is if they had a pack face? But then wouldn't that make them a pack, though? Because we have seen other regular creatures in the Pac-Man games before, like human beings even, and they didn't look like packs. So could this just be a regular dinosaur? So, you know, whatever. It's still cool as hell, no matter how you view this creature. It does make the most sense to consider them to be maybe pack dinosaurs. But then again, like I said, they chase Pac-Man, so whatever. Anyway, guys, this is part 14 of taking a look of all the Pac-Man ghosts. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys still like watching these kinds of videos, because I'll keep making them, and I still have a lot of fun editing them, making them for you guys. So, my name is SuperPat98, and thank you all for watching. Boo!